the wagon wheel drifts on crescent moon dust. Under the oak by the river, you swore our love was just. I can still feel the weave of your scarf, red as setting sun. On an old porch swing in silence, our two hearts beat as one. Oh, how the winds whisper your name through the pines, carrying tales of a love lost like old forgotten mines. Each turn of the wheel, a memory fades away into the dust of the trails where we once lay. Now the oak's grown tall, shadows stretch like years, gravel roads wear the rains of 1,000 lonesome tears. That cabin stands empty like the hollow in my chest, the saddle unworn by you, the one who knew me best. Oh, how the winds whisper your name through the pines, carrying tales of a love lost like old forgotten mines. Each turn of the wheel, a memory fades away into the dust of the trails where we once lay. As the sunset fires burn out into twilight's deep side, I reckon hearts like ours were meant to say goodbye. But in every drifting cloud or star that evening unveils, there's a glint of your smile in the wagon wheel trails. Oh, how the winds whisper your name through the pines, echo in the heartbreak where once you were mine. The wheel turns, the dust settles under night's veil, leaving me wandering forever on your trail, forever on your trail, darling, where love never fails. In a town where the oak shadows lay long, she danced under starlights, life was a song. Her eyes like the storm skies, wild and profound. In the windswept silence, our love was bound. We shared whispered dreams on an old porch swing as night crickets sang and silver bells rang. Her eyes tied down my rambling heart under moonlit skies, now worlds apart. The dust on my boots keeps the trails of her gaze in each town I pass, through the sun's tired haze. Time swept away the tracks we once rode, gravel roads empty where our stories flow. The cabin we dreamed in, now silent forlorn. The windows like eyes, shattered and worn. The rain on the roof sings a lonesome tune for a dance that ended too soon. Her eyes rise tied down, my rambling heart under starlit skies, now worlds apart. The dust on my boots keeps the trails of her gaze in each town I pass. Through the moon's gentle haze, on a faded trail where the wildflowers sigh, I reckon every sunset's a goodbye. Scarves in the wind, a memory's tease, solitude's companion, no more to appease. Her eyes tied down, my rambling heart, in dreams we ride, never to part. The dust on my boots, her soft sweet praise, her eyes a wilderness in the twilight's last blaze. As I sing to the stars where old loves reside, her eyes tie me down to the right.
In the shade of an old oak tree where the wildflowers hide, I recall her laughter echoes on the breeze so wide. Wearing that flannel shirt, faded red to pale, under a wide-brimmed hat, her smile soft as a fairy tale. We'd sit on a creaky porch, her head against my arm, whispering secrets of our hearts, swaying free from harm. Flannel shirt cries in the dead of night, underneath the crescent moon's tender watching light. The trails of our past, dust to the wind and gone. Flannel shirt cries, and I'm left here to sing this song. Now there's an empty cabin where laughter once filled the room, and the wild brambles claim the path where our love used to bloom. She left with the winter rain soaking through her scarf of blue, gone down the gravel road beneath skies no longer true. The saddle sits untouched, the horse has long been sold. In the quiet town, the nights just feel so cold. Flannel shirt cries in the dead of night, underneath the crescent moon's tender watching light. The trails of our past, dust to the wind and gone. Flannel shirt cries, and I'm left here to sing this song. If these old timbers talk, they whisper of her grace. Among the shadows, I sometimes see her face, and the fields stretch out like the years that make me old. Each sunset painting her in colors bold and gold. Flannel shirt cries as I lay me down to rest, haunted by the heart she took from my lone chest. And while the stars watch silent, my dreams they dare not try. Flannel shirt cries, Lord, flannel shirt cries.
By the old oak tree near Jenkins Creek, I carved our names in the bark so deep. That oak still stands, but you're gone it seems, on this timeless road where our dreams now sleep. Oh, the whispers low through the grass on the leaves. Memories like dust scatter wild and free under crimson skies. My lonesome heart weeps on the timeless road where old love sleeps. The porch still creaks where we used to stand, your scarf in my hand as you talk about plans. Now the cabin's empty, the candles unlit, fading trails of what is, and the silence that sits. Oh, the whispers low through the grass on the leaves. Memories like dust scatter wild and free under crimson skies. My lonesome heart weeps on the timeless road where old love sleeps. Rain taps the saddle where you once rode beside, every droplet a tear that the heavens cry. This road's just gravel, but it cuts so deep, carrying me away from what I can't keep. Oh, the wind whispers low and the night's drawing near. Echoes of you in the shadows appear. Under the moon's soft glow, my weary soul creeps down the timeless road where our love sleeps. Yes, down that timeless road where I'll always weep. Where the oak tree shadows lay long, and near the creek where we carved our names that June, the old porch creaks with the weight of songs unsung, as the twilight holds whispers of you in the monsoon. Silence remembers the echoes of your laugh under starlit skies that now just gaze on my behalf. Each breeze is a touch lost in the folds of time. Silence remembers, oh, and so does this heart of mine. The cabin stands empty
where your scarf caught the wind. On a rusty nail, it's still dancing, threadbare and thin. The trail we walk now overgrown, where no footsteps tread. Everything's changed, the dreams we dream now dead. Silence remembers the echoes of your laugh under starlit skies that now just gaze on my behalf. Each breeze is a touch lost in the folds of time. Silence remembers, oh, and so does this heart of mine. By the fading light on this graveled road I roam, each sunset a reminder this world ain't home. Just a wanderer's heart with nowhere to rest, holding on to a ghost in the west lonely chest. Silence remembers, and it's the keeper of my soul. In the quiet your memory plays the sweetest role. And as the dust settles with the setting sun, I know silence remembers what I've never truly won. Silence remembers, oh, silence remembers. Out on the mesa where the wild sage grows, I met her under that old weathered oak. Her laughter danced on the breeze, touching my soul in that quiet town where the river winds slow. Her scarf a ribbon of red against the earth, twirling like a promise in the early morn's birth. But those eyes are ones that shone like desert stars, now just a memory in my lonely heart's bars. Her eyes fell apart like rain on old clay, leaving colors running, washing dreams away. On empty porches where we once said our part, now only whispers stay, and her eyes fell apart. Years have tumbled like leaves in the wind, and the trails we rode have grown over and thin. The cabin we dreamed in, now abandoned, stands a monument to love's labor lost to time's sands. The saddle hangs heavy, dusty and warm, like the heart in my chest, weathered and torn. Those gravel roads knew the steps of her boots, now they're silent as my old forgotten lute. Her eyes fell apart like rain on old clay, colors bleeding out, turning vibrant to gray. Where laughter echoed, now the silence takes part, into the shadows as I mend. Her eyes fell apart like dusk in the night, each star a teardrop she left in her flight. On these long roads where my soul can't restart, I carry her memory as her eyes fell apart. Her eyes fell apart, oh, her eyes fell apart.
In the shadow of the mesa, where the red rocks climb so high, I found her wild roses beneath that endless sky. We carved our names on the old oak tree, where the creek sings stones and the breeze roams free. The canyon held our dreams in its vast embracing arms, sheltered under starlit quilts, succumbing to its charms. Oh, but the canyon died young and the river ran dry, like the tears that ceased in the wells of my eyes. And the whispers of the aspen, they still call out your name, in a land that's changed its face but still wears its old pain. Now the trails are overlaid with dust, the homestead's fallen lean. The porch where we once danced is a memory serene. Your scarf hangs on the saddle, the color faded gray, each thread a tale, a moment lost, time slipped away. The fire's ashes cold, where our warmth once filled the night, and I roam these empty cabins where shadows swallow light. Yes, the canyon died young and the river found its end, when my heart beats against the gust but can't no longer mend. And the whispers of the aspen, they still call out your name, in a gravel road forgotten by the sigh of autumn rain. So here's to the twilight, the sunset's final glow, to the love we left in the silence of the snow. May the mountains ever echo the lines we used to sing, for a moment held forever in the spring that never springs. The canyon died young and I'm still standing by, watching days bleed into where the old ghosts lie. And the whispers of the aspen forever call your name, on a wind that keeps on blowing but never sounds the same. Yes, the canyon died young, and with it to my heart, in the echoes of the land where we are still apart.
In a town where the oak trees whisper inside, I recall her porch where the old swing still lies. Her eyes listen like the prairie to rain, knew all my joy and cradled my pain. We traced gravel roads under skies wide and vast, but like shadows at dusk those days they pass. Her eyes listen, but now they roam far from my star, across empty cabins where wild memories are. In the silence of the wind, her laughter I chase, through the fading trails of her vanishing grace. The saddle sits dusty, my boots worn and old, in the room where her scarf holds the cold. Seasons turned ruthless, the oaks aged in grief, each leaf a story, each fall too brief. She left with the dawn like a phantom, a ghost, leaving echoes in the heart she knew most. Her eyes listen, but now they roam far from my star, across empty cabins where wild memories are. In the whisper of the trees, her soft verses I hear, but they're just fleeting shadows. She's no longer here. So here's to the trails that we once rode side by side. Now I wander them alone with the sunset as my guide. The land stretches out like the sorrow in my chest. In the quiet of this night, I admit I'm just a guest. Her eyes listen, and oh how my soul has tried to move past the pain to the other side. But in every dusty sunset and each star above, I find the beauty and the curse of an undying love. Her eyes listen, and I'm still learning to let go in this haunting quiet, where the cold winds blow. In the shadow of the old oak tree, where the creek sings low to me, there's a cabin with a shattered pane. Echoes of you still remain. We carved our names in that worn wood, promised forever as best we could. The scarf you left hangs on the porch, gone like the flame from a spent-out torch. Shattered glass and echoes, wild winds upon the meadow, every whisper in the grass, a piece of a love that couldn't last. Sunset bleeds but won't forget the silhouette of sweet regret, where shadows merge and rivers pass. All that remains are shattered glass echoes. Gravel roads where we once roamed, now just tracks to a lonesome home. Thunder rolls over plains so wide, but it's quiet where my heart resides. Dust settles on the empty chair, fading trails of memories there. An old saddle dry and worn like the leather of love, weathered and torn. A shattered glass and echoes, wild winds upon the meadow, every whisper in the grass, a piece of a love that couldn't last. Sunset bleeds but won't forget the silhouette of sweet regret, where shadows merge and rivers pass. our shattered glass echoes. Under stars that watched us then, do they know we can't begin again? The night breeze deep, the coyote calls, and dreams of dancing in old town halls. I reach for you, but just embrace the empty night, the open space. Shattered glass and echoes, this cowboy's heart is fallow. Every whisper in the grass, tales of a love that's meant to last. Though paths diverge and lovers part, you're the sunset that grips my heart. In the quiet hum of the fading past, I live in the sound of shattered glass echoes. And in the chill of dawn's first light, I hold on to the echoes of our last good night.
Out where the river bends low neath the willows, I found a scarf blue as the wide prairie sky. It fluttered like a lonesome dove's gentle echo, where once you whispered soft under sunset's loving sigh. The oak tree by the old porch still holds our names, carved deep in the bark beneath time's endless gaze. And the saddle whispers your name in the cold night air, riding trails of memories through shadows of despair. Each stirrup sways with the weight of ghostly dreams, while my heart rides on alone past quiet towns and streams. The cabin stands empty where laughter used to dwell, window staring blank, like eyes lost in sorrow's spell. Dust dances with the wind across the creaky wooden floors, echoes of your footsteps I can't hear anymore. The gravel road that led to our sunlit promised land now winds away, forgotten through the lonely desert sand. And the saddle whispers your name in the cold night air, riding trails of memories through shadows of despair. Each stirrup sways with the weight of ghostly dreams, while my heart rides on alone past quiet towns and streams. Underneath the vast expanse of stars I'll lay me down. The prairie wind carries your voice, but it's just a lonesome sound. An echo in the canyon, a whisper in the dark. A cowboy's heart wanders forever, kindled by love's lost spark. So the saddle whispers your name one last time into the breeze, past the trails where love once roamed free, beneath the whispering trees. And maybe in another life, down another dusty way, we'll ride together once again, where lost loves find the day. Till then, my love, the prairie moon watches as I roam alone, a wandering soul forever in search search of a heart to call home.
In the shadow of the oak, where our names were carved deep, the creek whispers secrets that our summers used to keep. Her scarf still dances on the porch, a ghost in the wind, where the laughter of her eyes promised love wouldn't end. But her goodbye bleeds like sunset on that old gravel road, where my heart dropped off her bags and her absence now flowed. The dust won't settle nor the echo of her steps fade, as the twilight cries in colors her leaving portrait. Cabin holds the cold of December's embrace, each corner filled with the silence of her missing trace. The trail we walk now overgrown, where wild daisies hide, they bloom untouched like dreams in me since the day she died. Like rain through the cracks of worn wood floors, memories flood the empty spaces I can't restore. The dust won't settle nor the echo of her steps fade, as the twilight cries in colors her leaving portrait. The soul bears its scars. A cowboy wanders tethered to the light of lost stars, and her goodbye bleeds a river wild through broken plains. Love's deep scar I carry as I wear her invisible chains. The dust won't settle nor her whisper in the breeze wane, as I sing to the stars, wishing she'd come back like the rain.
Underneath the oak, where whispers cling to shadows, your laughter once danced upon the breeze. We carved our dreams in the bark, so shallow. Now they're fading like the leaves. The porch still creaks where you swayed in your silk scarf flowing. Each blanket tone of tales untold, in the cool of evening's glow, when the stars start showing. I feel your ghost, but it's the night that holds. Starry night haunts over old gravel roads, where my heart rides on but alone. Echoes of hoofbeats where our sunset once roamed. Starry night haunts
still gone. That old cabin by the creek, now silent, forsaken. Windows stare blank like eyes that lost their gleam. The dusty paths we trod are overgrown, overtaken by the thorns of roses we planted in dreams. Here where rain once sang on tin roofs like a promise, now whispers secrets in a lonesome, mournful tone. Time swept you away, left me with a compass. Points to everywhere, but none of it feels home. Starry night haunts over old gravel roads, where my heart rides on but alone. Echoes of hoofbeats where our sunset once roamed. Starry night haunts, and I'm stoned. By the flickering light of the campfire's embers, I see the scars we left upon the land. As the flame surrenders like I remember, you slip once more right through my hands. Starry night haunts of those trails long grown cold. Each step away stretches our bond. Echoes of love that the night air stole. Starry night haunts, but I ride on, forever carrying this heartache I've owned. Under these stars where you belong.
Out where the oak tree shadows stretch long, near that dusty crossroad where she sang her summer song. The porch still creaks, the cabin door it moans. Her laughter echoes deep in every weathered stone. Faint trails of her silk scarf dance with the wind in a wild land where our loving tales were penned. Her smile lingers in the twilight's crying hue, just like starlight whispers to the dew. My heart rides these gravel roads alone, searching horizons where her sunshine once shone. Oh, her smile lingers, but the warmth is gone. Left me a shadow in the dawn. Time's cruel hand turned our laughter into dust. Rain washed away dreams, left behind rust. Where once we rode neath endless sky so wide, now lies a silence that I can't abide. Our old red scarf, now faded, frayed and thin, like the feel of her hand slipping from my skin. Her smile lingers in the twilight's crying hue, just like starlight whispers to the dew. My heart rides these gravel roads alone, searching horizons where sunshine once shone. Oh, her smile lingers, but the warmth is gone. Left me a shadow
dawn. In the soft serenade of the evening breeze, I hear her whisper 'neath the creaking oak tree leaves. Love's not lost, she sighs, just part of the land. Like the river carves canyons with a gentle hand. So her smile lingers in every setting sun, in every tear, cried in song unsung. Though I wander lost through this life I roam, her smile's a beacon, forever calling me home. Yes, her smile lingers, and I tread on. A lone cowboy, dusk to dawn. In the whisper of the dawn, 'neath the old oak shadow long, I found her scarf, a piece of crimson tied to days now gone. The chill bit hard, the sky slate of unforgiving gray, by that empty cabin door where our love once lay. Oh, the cold morning left behind, with the warmth of her hand in mine. Now it's just the dusty trails and the echo of the pines. Sunset's fire burns, but not like her touch I yearn. In the silence of this wild land, to her memory I return. Years have rolled like tumbleweeds across these quiet plains, gravel roads and horses' hooves, the only remains. Where laughter filled the rafters, now just whispers to the ghost. On the porch where we once danced, my heart feels her close. Oh, the cold morning left behind, with the warmth of her hand in mine. Now it's just the dusty trails and the echo of the pines. Sunset's fire burns, but not like her touch I yearn. In the silence of this wild land, to her memory I return. Beneath the endless stars, I unload my saddlebag, each item a chapter of love, every thread a rag. The wind carries stories of a fireside bright and warm, but now I face the chilly dusk alone amidst the storm. Oh, the cold morning left behind, where I've searched but cannot find, except for the rustling leaves speaking soft and kind. If love is a fading trail, let my weary heart prevail in the dusk of these old tales, where her whispers sail. In the shadows of the past, with the sunset's last gleam, I ride this path alone, with her memory as my dream.
down by the creek where the wild oaks grow. I first saw her in the spring soft glow. Her laugh was a melody, played low and sweet, under the shade where our two worlds meet. But now the oak leaves will whisper her name into the breeze. My heart walked away with hers beneath those ancient trees. The sunset paints her memory across the sky, but under these stars alone, all I do is cry. We shared our dream on an old porch swing. Her scarf a splash of color in the autumn's cling. The cabin's empty where laughter used to ride. Only dust dances now where our secrets used to hide. And the oak leaves still whisper her name into the breeze. My heart walked away with hers beneath those ancient trees. Every sunset steals a color I used to know, leaving just shadows where we used to glow. By the gravel road I pause and see her trace. In the fading trail a gentle lingering grace. What's gone is gone like the river's endless flow. She's a part of every place I go. Yes, the oak leaves will whisper her name into the wind, a reminder that some loves once lost never end. Now every sunset lets her memory invade. Silhouettes of what was in the twilight start to fade. The wind carries away the song of our yesterday. Heart walked away, but her soul's here to stay. In the shadow of the mesa where the oak trees used to stand, I found the scarf you left behind, now faded in my hand. The cabin's door still creaks the same, on hinges worn and gray. It echoes with each step I take since you in the rain walked away. The rain walked away with your laughter, left silence wide and deep, like the river beds now dry and cracked, where our promises sleep. Underneath that vast prairie sky where once we lay, all I hear is the echo of your steps since the rain walked away. This old porch remembers us, its boards worn down with time, where we watch the sunsets bleeding tonight, your hand resting in mine. But the gravel roads are empty now, the trails have all but faded, just like the love we swore would last, now gone and all but jaded. The rain walked away with your laughter, left silence wide and deep, like the river beds now dry and cracked, where our promises sleep. Underneath that vast prairie sky where once we lay,
since the rain walked away. Maybe towns like these, with dust settled so still, are just places for the heart to break, not places meant to heal. I saddled up to ride again through winds that whisper pain of a love that's just another ghost, like the rain. The rain walked away with the best of my years. Through the dust I see you clear, your smile through the tears. I'll carry this old heart of mine down roads where memories sway, still searching for a reason why the rain walked away. Yes, forever asking why did the rain walk away? Out on the edge of Winder's Creek, where the oak trees whisper low, I found her scarf of faded blue near the cabin's creaky door. Her laughter once filled up the dawn, as bright as the morning skies, but now the porch just groans and sighs, remembering her eyes. Her eyes cries like the rain on dusty trails. Each teardrop mirrors thunderstorms and gales. The wind carries the sorrow of her tunes underneath the weeping moon. The saddle hangs untouched, it's worn, leather cracked by time's harsh hand. Gravel roads where we once rode, now just tracks in barren land. The town feels empty like my heart since she took her gentle glow, gone like shadows when day is through, leaving night to swallow whole. Her eyes cries like the rain on dusty trails. Each teardrop mirrors thunderstorms and gales. The wind whispers the sadness of her tunes underneath the weeping moon. On lonely nights I roam the plains and hear the coyotes call, each howl a story carved in pain of rising dreams that had to fall. The stars above, not bright as her gaze, guide me to the dawn's embrace. Yet in each sunrise I seek her face, but find just empty space. Her eyes cries, and so does the sky, with every sunset that whispers goodbye. I'm a ghost in a land so vast and free. Her memory, the only chain on me. Her eyes forever like the rain on my heart, her lasting stain. In the shadow of the valley where the weeping willows sigh, found an old oak bed where our love used to lie. Underneath that silver moon where we once danced through July, echoes stir the dust as the stars fill up the sky. Empty bed closed her eyes, now I'm talking to the ghosts of scarves left on the posts, and the whispers of her voice riding trails gone cold through the towns where silence lies. The wind's a lonely sound, and the bed where love has died. Years have worn the saddle where I once held her so tight. Gravel roads keep leading me back through endless night. The porch lights dimmed as memories start to fade from sight, but her laughter in the rain still cuts like a knife. Empty bed closed her eyes, now I'm talking to the ghosts of scarves left on the post, and the whispers of her voice riding trails gone cold through the towns where silence lies. The wind's a lonely sound, and the bed where love has died. Found a scarf she left behind, it's frayed and worn like me. Every thread a story, every stain a memory. I'm a shadow in this ghost town, just a whisper in the breeze. Haunting empty cabins where our hearts used to be. Empty bed closed her eyes, and I whisper to the sky about the love that's passed me by, and the tears I cannot cry with every setting sun. As the twilight shadows fly, I'll be riding lonesome trails where old cowboys never die. In the heartbreak of the night, with her memory by my side, empty bed closed her eyes. Empty bed closed her eyes.
In the shadow of the oak, where the wild river bends, I first saw her silhouette as the daylight met its end. She wore a scarf of crimson against the winter's bite. Beneath that ancient oak, we found love and fading light. Now the trails turn cold where we once walked bold, and the oak leaves whisper secrets in the wind, so my heart a lonesome saddle, no rider to hold. On that lost trail turned cold. Oh, that lost trail turned cold. Years passed like the dust kicked up by Roman steeds. The town we love now shadows overtaken by the weeds. Her laughter once filled every corner of the saloon, now just echoes across the barroom under a mournful moon. The trails turn cold where we danced untold, past the old porch creaking, tales now never told. My dreams like rivers run, but never as bold. On that lost trail turned cold. Oh, that lost trail turned cold. On
On a gravel road I wander, under skies turning gray, each step a memory fading, like the sunset's last ray. What's lost is never found, as the night claims the gold. In the heart of a cowboy where his tale is slowly told. So the trails turn cold, my love story sold to the whispering pines, and the night so bitterly cold I ride alone. The story of love old on that lost trail turned cold, forever lost trail turned cold. And the dust settles soft on the path I once rode, where memories like rain in my soul ever flow. Goodbye, sweet love, your tale forever told on that lost trail turned cold. That forever lost trail turned cold. Down by the Willow Creek, where the water whispers low, she wore that flannel shirt, soft and faded aglow. Under the broad oak's arms, we carved our names in jest, promises on the wind, in that haven we'd rest. Flannel shirt closed her eyes as the sunset dyed the skies. Her laughter a melody, now just echoes in the guise. Old porch creaks alone, where her footsteps danced in tune. Every thread a memory under the waning harvest moon. Years swept the gravel roads, and the cabin's now bare. Scarf she left behind, scent of jasmine in the air. The trail's less trodden now, thistle's over what was ours. Dust settles on the saddle, like the silence between the stars. Flannel shirt closed her eyes as the twilight stole the dice. Her shadow in the doorway, a whisper of goodbye. Old porch creaks alone, with no laughter in its bones. Just a cowboy and his echoes, and a heart turned into stone. There beneath the endless plains, where the wild horses roam, I roam to, lost and found, in the spaces she called home. With every setting sun I see her face in the skies. A flannel shirt, a closed eye, and a love that never dies. Flannel shirt closed her eyes, and the night sighs her cries. A dance of sparks in the dark, where old love never lies. I'll tread these trails alone, where our wild dreams once flew. In the quiet town of memory, where I'm lost, babe, without